What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy, the honorable and most beautiful black man, Ibrahim, back here in the building, guys, on why Floyd Mayweather is the most entertaining boxer of all time. Before I get into that video, guys, don't forget to, one, like this video, like that button. Don't forget to comment below, guys, and tell me why you believe or disbelieve Mayweather the most entertaining boxer to watch. Don't forget to cop some King Kamara and Ibrahim t-shirts off my websites. The link will be in the description box below. And most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to guys more content on a regular basis. So without further ado, let's go on to the video. Every generation there comes like a fighter that kind of comes and changes the meta of boxing or enhances it, like to a high degree. And with meta, I mean like the understanding of the current science and application of any given like sport, right? So we had like, for example, Sugar Ray Robinson, like his use of the jab and kind of like Willie Pep, and then you saw like Muhammad Ali kind of emulate both of those guys and use more dancing and more footwork as a heavyweight. And after him, Sugar Ray Leonard, and then you got like Pernell Whitaker, and then you got Mayweather. Like people begin to like mold those after those guys and take certain attributes from those guys. It may have not just been one fighter. It could be like a collection of fighters that did this. Like for example, even Mike Tyson brought forth like an age of more of the peekaboo style of boxing, and it worked for a time. But eventually, like people found ways to counter it in all divisions. So the peekaboo style of boxing no longer became like that applicable until Canelo Alvarez came back around and started emulating that and say, oh look, we're gonna bring it back. But then Dimitri Bivol eventually shut that down with, going back to the basics. Floyd Mayweather honestly was the most entertaining fighter to watch. I remember back in 2008 when I first got into fighting, I gravitated immediately towards the Floyd Mayweather like videos. Like I watched his fights more than any other fighter. Even like kickboxing videos, I discovered them. And it's because I just thought he was the most entertaining fighter to watch and to study, because he just would pick such crazy, absurd options all the time. Uppercuts from down the street, 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 and the best jab, at least since Evan Haney came along. I was like, how are you calling this boring? Like I remember this one fight he had with Carlos Baltimore, which is, even the commentators are like, Floyd Mayweather was literally doing things we've never seen before, and you got Tiger Woods, a casual, that's there for, I guess, to prove that he got money or whatever, I don't know. Gets up and walks away when Mayweather's like breaking the laws of physics during this fight. I'm like, bro, who does this in fighting? For the casuals, yeah, they look at it like, oh my god, that's stupid, that's boring. But this dude is really fighting on a globetrotter level in boxing, showing you all different stuff. Like on the outside, promoting the fight at such a high level and also performing in a way that's like, yo, bro, you're crazy, you're nuts. Like it seems safe, but at the same time, it's also really bizarre. And the real boxing fans that understand boxing, they're all taking note, like and now you got a generation of fighters, going like, yeah, we're gonna use the Mayweather shoulder roll or whatever, but back in the day, they were like, people were saying like, oh, that's like a absurd offensive like strategy to become, shoulder roller or Philly shell forward. But Mayweather was right, so now it became popular not even in boxing, even in MMA, and even starting to go over to boxing, kickboxing a little bit, as it should. It doesn't mean that like basic or high guard or people style are going to be out of the mix, but it just shows that Mayweather was right in regards to his application of the shoulder roll and how it should be used on boxing. Kind of how Muhammad Ali really did that with the rope-a-dope, where fighting on the ropes was like usually a sign of like death in boxing at the time for a heavyweight of all people to do the rope-a-dope strategy against George Foreman. The scariest of all opponents was like, well, maybe you could buy time on the ropes and make a comeback. And so you saw people like, even like Ray Leonard flip the switch and make crazy comebacks off the ropes. And Mayweather, like a great example of rope-a-doping in a new modern scientific way. But it was usually just keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward, get your head smashed kind of boxing, especially at heavyweight. Like if Joe Frazier would probably like back up a little bit instead of like keep going forward in that third fight of Muhammad Ali, he probably would have won the decision of Muhammad Ali like in the later rounds, because Ali was already tired. But he was blind, and he's gonna help it go forward. It's weird. Because of Vasily Lomachenko was innovating boxing the way he did, people were claiming like, oh, we need Mayweather versus Lomachenko. We need Mayweather to come out of retirement and like box Lomachenko. We know it's absurd. Like the weight class difference and all that. Mayweather be retired. It's weird, but you know, you saw somebody like really innovating like boxing in the Roy Jones, Prince Nassim method, and it looked crazy. It looked crazy, like as bizarre as Mayweather and Muhammad Ali did before he came around. And it was also like casually like entertaining as well. People who wasn't even in the box like that could look at that like, yo, that's nuts. Like I'm not a big boxing fan, but I can look at that and that's nuts.
Hey, yo.
You know, Lomachenko is a great champion, an all-time great as far as accomplishments and talents. Even the fact that he was the greatest amateur boxer of all time, it helped prove that. Like 2 gold medals, only 1 loss, and beat everybody he's ever fought. And then to do what he did in the pro boxing arena and innovate a game. Like now we got like per step metagame developing with people like take these kind of crazy angles and fighting across all sports now. Like yeah, you see that effect, but people want to say like which style is better, Mayweather's or Lomachenko's? Like Mayweather's, because you saw the jab and people were able to kind of shut down Lomachenko with the jab, and then he got his second loss against the new kids on the block, Teofimo Lopez, and the best out the group of the new kids on the block is Devin Haney with the jab, emulating Mayweather's style. And on top of that, what Mayweather had like the uppercut from down the street counters for almost every fighter, with Devin Haney takes like the lead uppercut slip counter from the shoulder roll. Like you're supposed to slip outside with your left hand up and then counter for protection. But this guy will pull his hand, slip, and fire when he gets literally every other option that's better. And now people are immediately catching on that because of the internet, right? They didn't have Instagram and Facebook and YouTube back then in the Ali days and Sugar Ray Leonard days. They didn't know how to hit mitts. So that's one of the reasons why boxing's more advanced and evolved today. So every time like Devin Haney and Lomachenko like does something, they just, but what about this? They keep pushing that envelope with the science of boxing even further every day. It is crazy. It makes me happy because we're gonna get some boxing superhumans in the future probably. But anyway, guys, that's why Mayweather is the most entertaining fighter to watch, because everybody, you can go to Mayweather's stuff. People are still to this day going back to Mayweather and saying, hold up, what did we miss? What did we miss from Mayweather's game? Because we were writing them off. We missed too much, because Mayweather is still like a little bit better than like the current generation of welterweights. So this people gotta go back and the new kids on the block in the lightweight division are most ahead of it right now apparently, but you gotta get the point. Don't forget to like that button. Don't forget to comment below, guys, what you gotta think about Mayweather being the most entertaining fighter to watch of all time. Don't forget to cop some King Kamara Ibrahim t-shirts off my websites. The link will be in the description box below. And most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to give you guys more content on a regular basis. It's your boy Ibrahim. I'll see you guys next time.